Well, federal immigration authorities have arrested and detained a grad student from India who was teaching at Georgetown University on a student visa. A DHS official claims Badar Khan Suri had close connections to a known or suspected terrorist and that he was actively spreading Hamas propaganda and promoting anti-Semitism.
Now, this is just the latest move in the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. Suri's lawyer says his client is innocent and is petitioning for his immediate release. NBC News Justice and Intelligence correspondent Ken Delanian has been following this case from our D.C. bureau. Ken, the DHS statement, it references a sort of section of the Immigration and Nationality Act as grounds for this deportation. But does the government have any standing here?
Yeah, Morgan, the law in question gives the Secretary of State discretion to remove visitors from the United States if there's reasonable grounds to believe that their presence or activities would have potentially serious adverse foreign policy consequences for the United States. So obviously that's a judgment call. Now, it's true that Mr. Suri is married to the daughter of a senior former advisor to Hamas and that he's expressed support for the Palestinian cause on social media. But of course, his lawyer says he has no criminal record and has not been charged with a crime. And he's now suing to contest this deportation, and that litigation will go forward. It'll be interesting to see whether a judge allows him to be released while that happens.
Ken, this all comes after allegations that the Trump administration recently ignored a court order and deported a professor at Brown who's a Lebanese citizen, but she did have a valid U.S. visa. So Customs and Border Protection, they're denying those accusations. What does this bode for people who are in the country and have this kind of background?
Yeah, Vicky, and there's also the case of Mahmoud Khalil, the Columbia University grad student who is facing deportation proceedings over his Palestinian activism. What's very clear here is the Trump administration is targeting visitors to this country, people in various stages of immigration status who have been advocates for the Palestinian cause. And the Trump administration says that has bordered on supporting terrorism with Hamas. And that's going to be the question that's going to be litigated. And judges ultimately, I think, are going to have to decide whether the Trump administration is within their rights to do this. And of course, the president is asserting that this is his national security prerogative. So it's going to be an interesting court fight that plays out.
All right, Ken Delanian, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.